I'm deep in the Moffat Hills. I've got a new tent in my bag, which I can't wait to get up and show you. But for now, I'm gonna roll some hiking footage with some tunes and let you walk in to where I'm at right now, and I'll fill you in later on.
Where I'm going, I know fine well. Where I'm going, there's no sky. For a while, I was living. For a while, I could fly. For your sins, you keep on living. As I leave you behind, I'm a tree, although I'm hollow. I don't blow in the breeze. I was lost for a wee while. Now I'm home to say goodbye. It got cold and I was lonely. I was thinking I could die. So hold my hand for the last time as I walk into the sky. I'm a tree, although I'm hollow. I don't blow in the breeze.
So welcome back. As always, it's Robert, Moffat Mountain Adventures, on a solo trip today, and I'm deep in the Moffat Hills. I'm actually, I've left my car at the bottom of the Greymare's Tail Waterfall Nature Reserve car park, and I've headed up there, come up through the middle, past Lochskeen, up through Mid Craig, as you probably seen in the footage, and I'm currently in the little plateau bit that kind of feels like a proper little wilderness, you know, it really is. It's stunning in its own way, where it's just like, you do feel like you're, you know, there's nobody else here. Anyway, I've got a new tent in the bag, and I can't wait to get that one up. It's my potentially the 4th season bomber, you know, what I've been after. And I've made a wee reason why I bought it early. Again, I'm going to talk about that when we get further up. But where I'm camping tonight is going to be on a Corbett. So one of the higher summits for my area. So again, I want to give this tent a proper test. So what I'll do as I continue to walk, there's not really much more great to see along the way. This part's kind of a bit more bland until we get up onto the plateau ridge, but from there I'm going to save those views until the tent's up properly, and then we can give you some views. But the most important part about this video today is going to be the tent, going to be the camping. So it's definitely one of them ones where if you're not really interested in the camping part, might not be the video for you. But if you are, this is going to be, like I say, Oh, I've been wanting this tent for a while. Alright, see you guys in a bit. I'm filming this bit more for my benefit than anything else, and just to remind myself that there's actually flowing water here at 7:50. I wasn't 100% in that one. I knew it popped out down there at the fence, but I couldn't remember if it actually came out anywhere, you know. I wasn't sure if it came through the rock. So I filmed mine, as you've probably seen with the little music montage at the beginning. I filmed mine up at Loch Skeen. That's 505 metres up. So I could have gone a fair chunk further on, and it is. Lovely and clear looking as well. Never mind. But for anyone else who's planned camping up at White Coomb, there's your water source there. And like I say, 50 metres from the summit. I'm about 5 minutes away from the summit, so that'll be my filming until I get up there, and I can show you what's in the bag. So we're not really out tonight for the hill chat, so to speak, you know. I'll show you where we are and I'll give you some views as the night goes on, but what I'm here to talk about is this. The new tent. It's the Nortent Vern 1. Oh, super excited to get this out. I haven't got it out yet at all. All I've done with this so far is I've separated the poles, as it then makes it easier to put the bag in the bag. So I've got the poles in the bag, and then it came with this separate fly sheet as well. And then, obviously a little bag for the fly sheet. Yeah, cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to slowly start getting pitched up. You guys can watch me do it as well. We'll see how we get on. Picked a pretty calm night, but I'm going to put it out as I should, you know, with the footprint first. Let's see, yep, seam seal up, I would say. The beauty part about this tent as well is it's not quite committal, so you don't have to be committed once it's up. I mean, it's freestanding. So I'm going to get it up roughly where I'd want it, and then we can deal with it there. I'm going to get a couple of pegs, put in this, and then I can get the other one out. Alright, so these are the tent pegs. They've got Nortent on the side. They look really big and sturdy, eh? So I'm going to put these out now, just on the ground sheets, and I know what my base is going to be like. Got a little utility pack as well, so it's got some patches, a wee bit about Nortent themselves, a few little things. I need to keep hold of that and not let it get lost. So yeah, and then the inner and the outer will be pitched together, but I'm going to get these out and I can get the poles out as well. Right. I'll start getting it looking like a tent. Love that new tent smell, you know, it's like when you get a new car. Ah, lovely. Try not to put too much tension on the ends right now, as you want to make sure you got room to play with for when you put the poles in. So far, that's how she's looking. Right, so I've got 2 black poles and 1 blue pole. I'm pretty sure it's blue pole to the centre first. So let's give that a bash. Just in these wee sleeves. So when I looked on everyone else's setups, they were going over the blue pole. Hopefully I got that right. And at this stage, if you're worried about the wind, you could have taken out the lower guy ropes, and I could have put a few of these in, but don't need to. We're all good now. Now, to start putting these wee clips on, you slowly work your way up. I'm very conscious of not going too high until I've got them all on, otherwise I think that top part will be a nightmare. That's it without any guy lines, and even there, it's an absolute beast of a tent, eh? Right, I'm gonna get some more guys out, I think. Oh yeah, fresh smell, lovely. I'll give you more look around the inside as I get going. See, I've got my t-shirt I was wearing just up on the drying line that comes with it. Lovely. So I've got my little table set up once again. It's time for food. You might not have noticed there, or you may have noticed when a little clip there. One of its party pieces this tent is you can do alternate doors or have both doors open for this massive view. Given that, you know, everyone knows me, I'm all about mountains for days, views for days, you know, I want views when I'm in my tent. And this just offers, even with this one door right now, if I show you around, I mean, just look at that. Oh, so much area there, and when you open that up, it's just like a 180 almost there. So, fantastic. So, I've got a garlic seasoned steak, sirloin steak, and some mash for my dinner tonight, and I've got a wee pasta there if I get extra hungry as well. So I'm going to get that on the go and get some food. Doesn't get much better than steak and some mash on top of the mountain. Got a view at the moment, but my view's about to go. Forecast's a bit kind of all over the place what I'm getting. I don't really care, to be fair, because the whole point of it was just giving the tent a wee whirl. So anyway, I'll have my dinner and we'll see what we see in the next hour or so. Another lovely feature I like about this tent, and is how you can clip these doors. So I've got one right now clipped up here, and it's a bit of a kind of little I'll start that again. So yeah, as I said before, I've got one of the doors open, one of the doors shut. The door at the moment there, is normally have it open because that's what leads into the air. However, that's where the wind's coming from. So I've got that one shut now. I've got this one on with a wee elasticated toggle. But however, you can also, with both of these doors, they have, grab it, come here, yep, they've both got these little clip here. So if you just want a little quick clip, like so. So gives you the best of both worlds. That I've just tightened up the guys. As you see, there's maybe needing another extra little tighten. But I say needing, they're not really needing it tonight. I mean, you can see the tent's not budging. We've been getting solid 15s, 20 wee gusts every so often. But here's my view at the moment. I think that cloud's about to disperse again, you know, and we'll see what we get for a sunset maybe. Fingers crossed. Anyway, I'm going to settle in for a wee bit. Unfortunately, I got no signal, so yeah, it's another one of them camps where Vodafone are not giving me much to play with in terms of being able to watch any films, or you know, I was got to catch up on a couple of things on Netflix, but annoying that because just past where that fence is where the 4G kind of drops, and then you get this kind of the summit. No, never mind. Anyway, I'll check back in, but hopefully with some views before we get to bed. So a wee bit of a kind of life update. I don't know if you've caught my little community post I put up a few days ago, but me and Caitlin were in York this time last week, and we got engaged. So I jokingly said, you know, oh, I need to get myself a tent as an engagement present. I mean, I've then went and bought a new tent. Do you ever feel like you're getting stared at? You're at it all night, just staring at me. You creepy wee dick. Walk away, son. I've kind of shut my doors now. Just want to show you this. So we've got a little mesh. So it separates. So this goes all the way around, and then you just put it in this little pocket that's just down here. And then it creates this little mesh one, so you can still look out if you want. You know, if you don't want to get if you know, see what you're doing, you don't want to get kind of too enclosed, you know. Or just vent as well, you know. We've also got little vents down where my toe is, and then the same vent is at the back. I've got them shut right now, but I might open that one up there, because that's where the wind's coming from as well, and just let a wee draft come in, so there's no condensation. And bar on that, I think that's me. Got lots of little toggles for days in this place. It really is. It's like inundated with toggles. It's very, very wet, very well thought out tent, and I'm assuming these are glow in the dark as well. They look like they are. It's kind of standard thing you get with a lot of tents now. Anyway, I'm going to shut off for the night. I'm going to spin that on a second. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, I'm going to shut off for the night. Not 100% sure what I'm going to be sleeping in. I've got my 3-in-1 Big Agnes again, and I've got my Sea Summit mat, although I think it's got a wee hole in it. I have repaired a hole in it, but it doesn't seem to have done it, so it's could be one of them nights where every time I'm waking up I'm topping up the air in it, but never mind. Hindsight, it should have been. I did have it up yesterday as well, and it looked like it was okay. But never mind. I've got a couple of other mats I can use in the meantime till I get to the root of what the problem is. Yeah, so let's see. It's just it is still warm, you know, so I'm not quite sure. I put my down layers on. That was more because I was swapping out of my wet clothes. I definitely don't need them during the night. I only need them if I nip out the toilet or something, you know. But I don't really want to wear and have the full sleep system. So I don't know. Just definitely got a warm wee tent this. Anyway, see you in the morning. In a few hours time for me, and a couple of little clicks and maybe a wee music montage from you there.
Good morning. It's much the same as it was when I went to sleep. Still all cloudy and claggy there. It's due to lift in about an hour or so, maybe two. So I'm not real rush to move. Cosy. This tent's unbelievably cosy. You know, like really warm and solid as well. I mean, I think the winds is somewhere like 20s right now. I went outside for a pee and it was kind of moving me around a wee bit, so there's definitely a wee bit of a buffer to it. But this is just something strong. Not a hint of condensation as well, which is great. I mean, the weather we've got last night, that's a magnet for condensation. You know, having all that like the clag in the air and that, you know. So fantastic. I only opened that one little vent at the bottom there, and then during the night I had the door open slightly ajar, although I had to shut it because the moisture was going in. So yeah, all I'm going to do is start waking myself up soon and maybe get a coffee in an hour, but it's only 2 minutes past 5, so not that big a rush to get moving. You know, sunrise just like sunset last night was a nothing, so I'm not really bothered about that. But, I'm not going to go until I start looking like I can see some daylight properly. Coffee, it'll start waking me up a bit. Cloud's still not moving. I made a little bit of schoolboy error as well, that when I parked up yesterday I started chatting to a guy and I lost my train of thought, which was supposed to be to put my waterproof bottoms and waterproof jacket in, knowing that I had a pair of shorts and this. So I think what I have to do is put my down gear on while I'm packing away, so I don't get any wee chill, because you know, when that wind's coming across with the rain, anyway you cut it, you get some rain and wind, it's going to cool you down a bit. So that's going to be my plan, and that'll get me down probably to where the water crossing is, and then I'll get them off there. The forecast was supposed to be by 7 o'clock. The clouds have all broken off and left with kind of a bit of cloud and a lot more sun, but it's not happened yet. But you never know. Got at least one coffee down before I move anyway.
Winds have tapered off a wee bit this morning, but it's still reading kind of 15s there as a kind of constant. Definitely was over the 20s during the night, and actually I never even noticed a budge. So I'm going to get packed away, tent put away, and then follow my way down. Just for that note, it's never a good idea coming up a mountain when it's like this if you don't know where you're going. Thankfully for me, I know exactly where I'm going in terms of this is a very familiar hill for me. As you'll see, there's little paths dotted all over the place, and they all lead in slightly different areas. I'm going to follow this one here down, which then leads me onto a wall. I'll then use the wall to track myself down, and eventually then I'll go hop over the wall, and then you follow the wee kind of scrambly path, and that takes me then down to the path. There's little landmarks you still kind of keep an eye on and make sure you see them, and you know, don't go drifting off. And that's something to be aware of, is know your landmarks when it's clear. But again, I would never recommend someone to be up in a mountain if you're not 110%, you know, like maps, etc. I've got maps with me just in case I did get stuck. But again, this is like a safety zone for me. Anyway, tents away, and I'll join you in the walk back. Just about underneath the Clag now. It's pretty much the height I said it was, 500 metres, so you can see Loch Skeen, and it's kind of hovering just over that. So I'll be crossing over the water soon. When I looked on the way up, it looked a lot better than it normally does, so it should be a easy enough crossing. But if I get wet, I get wet. I've got slippers to get on when I get back anyway, and I'm going straight for a shower, so it's not that big a deal to me. I'm not bothered. Right, I'm going to get my walking done, and then when I'm on the path, I'm going to talk to you about one last wee thing I was going to mention, is about July and about summit camps. So I'll talk to you when I get back. So I'm going to make this my last piece to camera. Just want to say, so this is July still, as I mentioned earlier. That's 3 summit camps we've done in July. Beniculaste, that bivvy camp we did on the Munro top in the Malmores, and then this one. However, I didn't manage any in June. You know, like a couple of beach camps and the holiday to Crete as well. So my question to you guys is, would you say then that's my summit streak over, or is it more redefined perhaps in terms of 12 summit camps in a calendar year, I suppose? I don't know. Drop a comment what you think. I've kind of put it as it's over. You know, the streak's lost. Although it was something like the 6th of July when we went out, so it's not like it was that far into July, but still, technically I missed the calendar month. Anyway, I'm gonna get my stepping done. Got about maybe 20 minutes till I'm back to my car, and another 15 minutes till I'm home. So it's kind of why I like this one. It means I can test some kit out, get up nice and high. It was 8:20 was my pitching point for the night. I can still be home in time to see Caitlin before she starts her work, and then before I go do my work. Alright, hope you enjoyed this one. Let me know your thoughts on the Vern one as well. First impressions was, I love that tent. That was just, wow, what a tent. I'll maybe do a more in-depth look in the garden at some point as well, if people are really into their tents. But yeah, super impressed with that one. Anyway, stay tuned for the next adventures. There might well be a couple of gear reviews coming up soon as well. Definitely one that I know is coming on, so look out for that if you're interested. And until the next time, Robert, I'm Owen, see ya, bye bye.